Good morning. Today I will be talking about how refugees affect the environment and what are the pros and cons of human migration. First, I will be telling you about the Okoro family. They are a refugee family that had to flee Nigeria because of violence. Refugees are a special kind of migrants. They have stayed in the camp with 60,000 refugees for 4 years, and most of the trees have been cut down because they used them to cook their food, but now it looks like the plain wasteland with very few trees. Now their oldest daughter has to go and collect the wood, and it usually takes 5 to 6 hours. The plastic tents they live in are about to collapse, so they must make mud brick houses. The camp is dry, and when the wind blows, it blows dust with it. It is not easy life because they are not in their home country, but they are safe from violence. The kids don't get to play a lot. They have to help their families because they don't have much money. The father of the Okoro family said that he hoped to soon return to their home country and live their normal life. But there's one thing they want to do before. They want to leave the camp, but they want to plant 200,000 seedlings before, so that when they leave, they don't want to leave it as bare as it is now. They will leave the seedlings behind so it will be green again. The story of the Okoro family shows that when refugees or migrants move, there will always be good sides and bad sides. That is why I have a second part which I compare the lives of refugees and migrants. I listed the good things about where the migrants came from and moved to, and also the negative things that happened in the country they came from and they moved to. Some positive effects of migration in the countries where they come from are that it decreases the population and that migrants send money back to their families. This reduces poverty. Some of them come back with new skills. In the countries they go to, the positive things are that it brings new workers to the country. The migrants get to go to a more peaceful place, they interact with people, and they learn a new way of life. Some negative effects of migration in the countries where they came from are that the villages and cities are dying out because they are losing people. The people who leave are usually the younger ones, and the older ones often stay behind. In addition, people who were better educated leave the country to get jobs because there are not a lot of jobs to choose from. In the countries they go to, some of the negative things are that cities get overcrowded. That means that, for example, schools and hospitals over often the people who live in the country have a problem with that, and it makes them unhappy. When they are unhappy, conflicts and fights start between the migrants and the people who live there. As a result, discrimination against the migrants and refugees begins, and they don't want to let them in anymore. I found a few more arguments in my report, but I don't want to list them all here. But before I end, I want to say it isn't always an easy life for migrants. Sometimes migrants have a problem understanding the language of the people around them. Then they will feel alone. And when they don't understand the people, it will be harder for them to find a job. They will not earn any money, and they will be poorer than before.